Welcome, everybody, to English Composition 1. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Carol Kulis, and I will be your instructor for the next 8 weeks. In English Composition 1, we're going to be doing some writing. We're going to be looking at some grammar. And the great news is that you all have been signed up for Grammarly, and Grammarly is going to help you with your writing skills. So make sure that your Grammarly has been uploaded onto your computer or your iPad or your telephone or what have you, because Grammarly is going to help you cut down on your grammar mistakes, punctuation, any spelling that you may have maybe some problems with. But first thing I would like to do is go ahead and let's look at the syllabus for this class. Um, as I said, you're going to be doing writing, but you're also going to be doing grammar. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is your learning engagements. So each week you're going to respond to a prompt for your learning engagement. And your initial post is due by Wednesday evening, and then you have two follow-up postings to your classmates by Sunday night. Now, remember, because we're not physically in a classroom and we're not having really good discussions, so the learning engagement is for each of you to connect with one another. So once you post your initial post on Wednesday, make sure you go back and read what your classmates have said in response, to your postings. Answer any questions that they may have asked you. Also, any of you can answer any questions by that your classmates have maybe asked. Remember, this is to be a discussion, and so we want you to be interactive with one another. So your first part of your learning engagement is worth 14 points. And other than the content, you're going to be graded on your grammar, your punctuation, spelling. So it's important, to go ahead and use your Grammarly. And then your two responses are worth 8 points each. And so again, make sure when you're responding, it's going to be, add content to it. And then I'm going to cover a few ideas that can help you next week in class when it comes to doing your learning engagements. So your learning engagements are worth 30 points each week. And then each week, for weeks 1 through 3, you're going to have a quiz. And then again from week 5 through 7. And the weekly quizzes are 5 multiple choice questions that are based on the lecture for the week and also the PowerPoints. So you want to make sure you come to the lecture, or if you're totally online, you want to make sure you watch the lecture, and then also make sure you go and review the PowerPoints, and you should not have any problems with your quizzes. And then you're going to have a midterm, which is in week 4, which is worth 160 points. Normally, the midterm is a combination of multiple choice and then with a short writing essay in it. And then your final exam is worth 200 points. And then lastly, you're going to be writing a case study, which is worth 250 points. In week 3 of the course, we're going to start discussing what is a case study. How do you write a case study? So, because some of you are not familiar, but as you go through your program here at California Miramar, many of your courses will have a case study that you're going to do. And you shouldn't be, scared about doing one or thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to write this paper that I've never written before? But if you follow the simple format on what a case study is, then you're not going to, maybe it's not going to be so challenging for you. And the more you write, the easier it's going to become. You're going to learn, especially with Grammarly helping you out, your number of errors grammatically, spelling, punctuation is going to decrease. Your sentence structure is going to improve. And so don't think of writing as some horrible chore that you need to do to get through the course. like I said, the more that you write, the easier it's going to become. And also, because you're doing a bachelor's or an associate, you're here from 2 to 4 years. But then when you go on to do your master's, if you decide to do a master's, you're going to do a lot of writing. So master program is reading and writing. And so if you can get the concepts down early on, when you get to that level, it's going to be easier for you. We're going to talk about plagiarism. We're going to talk about how to cite your work. So those are some of the areas. Now, when you do your learning, well, not your case study, I want to go over and show you. Let's go ahead and look at the weeks here on how to do your case study. So if so, you can see that in week 3, we're going to um, learn on how to write a case study. What is a case study? And then your case study is going to be due in week 6. And you can see right here the case study article. So the article that you're going to read and start your case study on is going to be found in week 3. And then your paper will be due in week 6. When you're going along writing your case study, there's an example of a case study and a paper that's been completed. You're going to be able to put portions of your case study into your learning engagements because we're going to be doing some peer reviews. Your classmates are going to be able to look at your writing and offer you suggestions. And they're going to tell you, hey, what stands out, what's really strong in maybe your intro paragraph or maybe your conclusion paragraph. And so we're here to help each other. So the important thing is make sure each week you go through the course room and see what is required that week. I will be adding a weekly announcement, a kind of a reminder on what needs to be done for that week. Make sure that you complete your work on time, especially when it comes to your quizzes, your weekly and learning engagements. And also, I'm here to help you answer any questions. If you need extra help, you can make an appointment either before class or right after class, or we could set up a special time. If you are a hybrid and you're not totally online, make sure you sign into the Zoom live courses. And then also, if you're a totally online student, make sure you go and review the lectures because there'll be some good information in there for you. So until we start this, course next week, have a happy new year. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye now.